Hello, hello. Welcome to Unapologetically Brielle. I am sitting on a stunning beach that is overlooking beautifully calm ocean waters. It could not be more of a perfect day. So I feel that it is a great opportunity for me to share with you why I chose to move to Costa Rica 6 months pregnant and alone. But first, I want to give you a little bit of backstory to give you some context on why I chose this place in particular. So first, let's flash back to 2007. And I had just experienced one of the most intense traumas of my life. It was the murder of someone very, very, very close to me. In fact, it was the second murder of someone really, really close to me in my life. And on top of a bunch of other traumas that I had been enduring for years at this point, I just needed to get away. I needed to quiet all of the noise in my life and find myself. So I packed a backpack and jumped on a plane and landed here in Costa Rica at 18 years old. I stayed for a few months and I loved my experience here. I connected very deeply with the land and the people. I even had this incredible boyfriend. But I left due to some family situations. I'm going to get into all of that later. I definitely want to share the story about the murders of people close to me, as well as some of the deep complexities of my childhood and family. It's also important of why I am the way that I am and who I am today. But aside from that, the second side story I want to tell you is in 2022, when I was holding my very first ever positive pregnancy test. Standing in the bathroom of my ex's house that I was living at the time. Now, my ex and I were not casual. You know, this is someone that I really, really, really love. And we were having a lot of problems at that moment. Things got really crazy and we went opposite directions. I didn't know what decision I was going to make in the beginning. And then I got clear. But I actually said to him the night that we found out about the pregnancy, I climbed into bed next to him, and again, we were not in a great place, so it was really distant between us. And I said that a lot of things were running through my head, and he was like, yeah, me too. And I said, a big part of me feels that I'm gonna move to Costa Rica and raise this baby on my own. He asked me if that was my plan, and I said that I didn't know, but a lot was going through my head. I guess I did know. Intuitively, I knew that that was gonna be the best decision for me. And so, yes, when I got clear, boom, all things started to align and the universe started to support me, and it was a really intense journey. But once I landed here at 6 months pregnant, I just remember like standing on the sidewalk at the airport with my huge belly and 6 massive suitcases around me, like, peace out, Mom. I'm going to start a new life. And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what this has been. So now I want to tell you why I chose Costa Rica in particular. So the first reason, and probably the most important reason, is my peace. My peace. I knew that becoming a mom was not only going to be the biggest choice of my life, but it was going to test me in ways that I had never experienced before gift me in ways that I couldn't fully comprehend, still can't fully comprehend them. But that I needed to be the best version of me. I needed to be clear in my own frequency, not distracted by anyone else and anyone else's life, and just be present with myself and with my baby. I love my family, but there is a lot of complexity there, and I am going to get into some of the history of that and why I am who I am. But for now, I just want to focus on this sacred land and the peace that it has given me. I am so grateful to be living on this land. Which brings me to the environment. I'm gonna start crying. The environment, oh my gosh. I'm looking around at hundreds of thousands of different plant species. I wake up to a symphony of hundreds of birds every single morning. So many of them haven't even been discovered yet. Hundreds of butterflies and dragonflies and sloths in the trees and howler monkeys that have been around my house the past few days that start their deep billowing wake up howls at 4 a.m. The cute little spider monkeys with their white faces and their little chirps, chirp, chirp, chirp. The massive iguanas that look like little dragons. It's so nourishing. The crystalline rivers that are pure water flowing from the mountains. And the sacred ocean that I am looking out at right now. Oh, this ocean. This ocean has healed me so deeply in the time that I have been here. Just washing it all away, replenishing my soul. I swam today, and the sun shining through the water on my face. It's literally one of my favorite experiences in life. I am the most blissful when that sun is shining to me through the water. It is soul fuel. The nature, the land, the sacred land here has been soul fuel for me. I have felt tested by the land and nourished by the land in the same breath. She is strong and so giving. And that brings me to the community here. The beautiful, beautiful community here. Loving people, like-minded people. It's a certain type of frequency that you have to have in order to live here in the jungle. It's not easy, and I'm going to make a video about the pros and cons because there's some real challenges. So I think the people that can actually drop into it and go through those challenges have to be a certain type of person. There is beautiful support here. I'm on maybe 3 mom group chats on WhatsApp, and if I were experiencing any type of issue with Lyric or with myself, if I were needing support in any way, I could text any of those groups and people would respond like that. People would show up if I really needed someone to show up. I've never felt that anywhere else that I've lived. I lived in LA for a decade before coming here, and I love my community there in LA. I had a beautiful community, but everybody's busy with their own lives. I don't know that people would really show up in moments. Yeah, I do. They would, but not quite as, it's just not as relaxed, right? Like, it's busy in the US, and LA is its own animal. It's a beautiful animal, but it's an animal. I love the people here. I love the people that are native to this land. They have welcomed me with an open heart and open arms from the moment that I stepped off of the plane. Now, Costa Rica culture is very protective over their mamas and the babies. So pregnant women or women with small children, they get ushered to the front of the line. People hold bags for them. If you're in a restaurant and your baby's crying, your waiter will literally hold your baby and walk around with your baby while you finish eating. I have felt so supported by the culture here. I've had a nanny for Lyric since he was 6 months old, and she is an integral part of our family. She is one of the most pure, beautiful people that I've ever met. She's indigenous to this land. She grew up in the mountains. And she loves my son, and my son loves her, and that is such a gift. I have the ability to be creative, to focus on things that I need to do, and to also take care of myself, which is so important. When being a mom, especially a single mom, we're giving so much all the time. We've got 1,000 tabs open in our brains trying to juggle it all. We need to be able to give back to ourselves. I also have help with a housekeeper that comes once a week. It's included in my rent. And those two things are so relieving of stress for me. In the States, it's a luxury. Here, it's customary. It's a part of the workforce here. And I am so grateful that it is available. I'm so grateful that my son was born here, so he's a birthright citizen, and I am a permanent resident. I am allowed to be here for as long as I choose. I have been welcomed here. And as I talk about that, it brings me to feeling the need to express my privilege, my awareness around my privilege, because I am so privileged to be here. I am privileged because of the land that I was born on. I am even more privileged because of the color of my skin. And it breaks my heart that there is not the same kind of opportunity to raise your family or to live how you choose for every single person on this earth. It breaks my heart that while I'm speaking about this, people that look like the people that I am surrounded by here are being so disgustingly treated in my home country. It breaks my heart and it infuriates me. I actually would really like to dive into that more, my opinions and position in reflection to my privilege. I think it's important to discuss, especially at these times. But man, have I been so held. I've healed so much because of this place. How lucky are we? Lyric's first pieces of his journey on this earth, breathing in this pure, fresh air, hearing the sounds of birds and the ocean crashing on the first sounds on his ears. It has been my dream to raise my baby immersed in nature for at least the first foundational years of his life, and we're doing it. And I'm honored, beyond blessed. There's not a word bigger than blessed, but I would like to use one. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here and starting this journey with me. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions or comments, if you're thinking about making a move like this, you want to know anything more about my journey here, I'm an open book and I would love to share with you. I really intend for this to be a community. So reach out. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Bless.